Hello you beautiful people, happy Eurovision week and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time seeing me, my name is Oz and I make reaction videos and some music on the side. A while ago I made a top 10 video outlining all of my potential top 10 for this year's Eurovision Song Contest, and I was actually quite confident about my aspirations and my passions. But let me tell you, one thing has happened. I mean, a few things have happened, but I think after seeing the rehearsals, I feel like it would be unfair to myself and to all of you that I keep this previous top 10, because I'm telling you, my top 10 has dramatically changed. By the way, I'm not going to include any of the rehearsal footages in this video because I don't want to spoil anything for you, so you can watch this video freely without getting spoiled. However, if you'd like to know what I'm talking about, I'm going to include those rehearsal links in the description box below, so you can go and help yourselves to see what I'm talking about. The rehearsals play a big part in that change of decision, but at the same time, I think the last semifinals kind of like proved to all of us that this year, the appreciation towards live singers and good live singers play a big role on the judges' selections and also the way that people vote. So I have sort of like gathered all of these realities together alongside my personal favorites, and they've correlated quite well. So I am really confident about this top 10. I'm very confident about my top 3. There have been a few countries that I feel like no longer are going to qualify, and even in a way that maybe not survive semifinals too, which is happening tonight. So no longer ado, let's start this conversation and let's see what you think about it. Okay, so originally on my 10th place I had Serbia, and I think Serbia is one of the countries that I have a massive change of heart at the moment, specifically because what happened to Albania. It kind of like showed me that live singing and live performing is a very big determining process on this year's Eurovision, and I really do not see that sort of like live grit and live performer realm on Constructa's staging. Yes, the message is very important. Yes, the song is witty and interesting and deep, but at the same time, I have a little bit of reservations and worries with regards to how this will be perceived by the voters, you know, general voters, not like Eurovision fans like me. So in that sense, I don't see Serbia in the top 10 anymore, and if you ask my honest opinion, we may get a Ronela moment with Constructa tonight in terms of maybe Serbia may not be able to qualify for the finals. I'm not saying this in a bitchy or dissy way, please. Let's calm down. It's just sort of like an idea and a thought. It would make me very happy to see Constructa at the finals, obviously, but you know, I just cannot go ahead without telling my truth. Now, on my 9th place, I have Netherlands. Netherlands was originally way higher on my top 10. It's just that seeing S10's live performance and the staging, it just feels like it can still be on top 10, but not probably on the top 5. On my 8th place, I have a brand new country that I had not included on my original top 10, and that is Tekanis, Greece. I am so happy to be able to include Greece in my top 10 because, you know, half of my life is spent by Greeks. My partner is Greek. I love Greece. And like, obviously when I first listened to Die Together by Amanda, I wasn't quite sold, but let me tell you, the girl can sing. Not only can sing, it gives me goosebumps, like the way that the staging was done. Initially, I still feel a little bit weird with those upside down chairs, but one of you told me that this song is kind of like about COVID, because it was saying that Amanda is actually a medical student, and Die Together is kind of like about her experience at the COVID ward. From back in the day, and in that sense it resonates so deeply with me, and I think it's a really nice song, and the live performance is to die for. See what I did there? On my 7th place, I have an original top 10 country, and that is Poland. I was not really sold at the rehearsals, but I think for the sake of musicality and then the way that the song is being carried out live, I think we will see Poland on the top 10. But I think my opinion about Poland is a bit shaky, so I'm still having a bit of qualms, but I can't really put my finger on things. I guess we will see what happens at the semifinals tonight. On my 6th place, I have France. I think France is one of the underdogs, one of the biggest players actually, that is not quite seen by the mainstream public nowadays. On my 5th place, this is a country that increased its rank for me, and that is Australia. Sheldon Riley, without a doubt, is one of the most iconic players of this year, and I think generally of the Eurovision history. And what I have seen from the rehearsals is that He is here to slay the game. I love this sort of like transition from his original gothic dark costume to this bright white dress, and I think it just signifies a very kind of like meaningful change. He's very confident about his stage presence being on Eurovision, and I just love this light that I see in him, and I think it really nicely correlates with the song, and therefore it's going to be a fan favorite and it will receive the votes. On my fourth place, I have one of my all-time favorites, Norway. I think no matter what they do, they are in the top 10 and they will secure their place in the top 5. But originally I had put Norway a little bit higher. I think it was my third or second choice. I have a few reasons why they're no longer here, and we will talk about them now. On my third place, I have a country that I had not included originally. After seeing the rehearsals and the fandom's fire about this particular country, I cannot be prouder to say this because this is the home of my choice. This is my home, the United Kingdom. Now, actually last year with James Newman, the UK was in my top 10 and I felt devastated seeing UK doing so badly last year. So I think because I was traumatized by that experience, I still felt like, UK is going to get sort of like the general reaction again, but I'm telling you, the fans are going crazy over Sam Ryder. I am definitely this craziness and this fandom will guarantee some votes, and definitely the staging. Oh my god, the rehearsals, I am completely sold. I think there are just a few good vocalists this year that take the whole show by storm, like a really handful of good singers this year, and Sam Ryder is one of them, and definitely a big top 10 player. To me, at the moment, it's a top 3 player. Now, on my second place, I have Sweden falling down from the first place because I still feel like Sweden is going to do well, but I think it's no longer playing for the win because Spain is going to win. I have seen the rehearsal videos. I cannot tell you, like if I had a wig, it would be on the floor. I cannot even like put my finger on what kind of words that I can use because first of all, for all of those people who say Chanel cannot sing live, honey, there's a surprise for you. There's actually 2 big surprises for you. Buckle up, fasten those seat belts, clean your ears. There's going to be a lot of moments that we will talk about Spain for the coming days, for the coming weeks. But I am really happy that Chanel has put up an amazing fight ever since she got selected. And, you know, she has created something that is going to be remembered for so many years. Well guys, thank you so much for sharing these moments with me and this excitement with me. Semifinals 2 is happening tonight. What do you think about my top 10? What do you think about my alteration? Would you have kept my original top 10? Or are you happier with this top 10? Or do you just hate it? Please do let me know in the comment section below what you think, and I cannot wait to hear from you. Once again, enjoy the Eurovision week and I'll see you very soon. Mwah.